Jarrell, Big Baby Miller, and unified champion Anthony Joshua get into it and exchange words. Stay tuned.
But I'm scared of you. But I'm scared of you. Yeah, right. I was allergic to mom. That's what I was.
Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, they did a DAZN press conference in New York, and the media was there, along with some of the fighters like Demetrius Andrade, Jesse Vargas, Anthony Joshua, and Povetkin, whose fight will be showcased on. Jarrell, Big Baby Miller was announced. Now, you had two heavyweights, or actually three with Povetkin, and Jarrell Miller has always spoken out on Anthony Joshua. He was calling him Apple Juice and Apple Jacks, and he was taunting Joshua while he was doing the photo op with Povetkin. And during that, I guess, to me, it looked like Joshua was pissed. It looked like he just woke up or something. He looked like he didn't even want to be there. And to me, I think that has something to do with the way the fans have spoken out for him not fighting the Wilder fight. That's just my personal opinion. But Joshua just looked pissed, like he didn't even want to be partaking in the festivities, because this was even before Jarrell Miller was taunting him. But anyway, Jarrell Miller started heckling him and saying, "Hey, you an English muffin," and this, that, and the third. I watched different videos of it, so it's hard because some of it they were far away, some were close, but I got a good grasp of what was said from both sides. And the taunting, I guess it rubbed Joshua the wrong way, and he's like, "You're not being respectful," so he turned around and started saying his piece. Joshua told Jarrell Miller, he said, "Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you little bitch. Shut the fuck up and get off the stage." And Jarrell Miller was like, "I'm not Dominic Brazil. I'm not the one. I'm you know, Brownsville. This is Brooklyn. You in my hood, basically." I'm just paraphrasing. He's like, basically, you in my hood, like you in my turf. I'm not Brazil. It kind of reminded me of Mayweather versus Guerrero when they had that Showtime face-off, and Mayweather was like, "This ain't Berto. This ain't Berto. You dealing with a real one. I'll get as close as I want. You ain't gonna do shit." Right? It was kind of like that. Joshua has all of his belts. He's holding them in both arms, all the belts that he's acquired, while Jarrell Miller gets in his face, and it went down. So it was definitely good for the views and excitement and stuff for the fans. But the reality is, neither of them are fighting each other next. Joshua had his own opponent, Povetkin, who stayed cool. Povetkin was just chilling while they were doing that. He was just looking like everyone, Jesse Vargas, all the dudes, while this was going on. And my thoughts real quick, I actually talked about this. A lot of y'all told me about it when I was doing the live stream. With this whole situation, like I said, it's cool and it builds up a future fight, but that's not the fight that's next. And the fight that's next, or should have been next, is Wilder Joshua. So let's not forget and let's not distract from that. Joshua is now fighting his mandatory, even though we know a unification with Trump, a mandatory, they couldn't get it done. So now he's fighting Povetkin. So as fun as it is to hear the shit talking, "Hey, you little pussy," and Miller called him a fag and get off the stage, a little bitch, it's not happening next. Joshua has to fight Povetkin, which is a dangerous fight for him. I think, to be honest, it sounds like with the way Barry Hearn, Eddie Hearn, and Joshua have played their cards with the Wilder situation, it does not seem like they're in the same light. And I don't think Joshua's used to that. He's always the wholesome guy, because like I said, he looked angry. He looked angry at this just when he was holding the belts before Jarrell Miller was talking shit. So I don't know if something happened beforehand where he seen him backstage and they got into it, but he just looked like kind of cranky, like he didn't even want to be there. And we seen Joshua kind of get out of character a bit, saying like, shut the fuck up, little bitch, and stuff. Like normally he's not like that. And Tyson Fury, shout out to him, he kind of exposed this about Joshua before. He says you put on this, like, he said something like you put on a fake face in front of the camera like you're this wholesome dude. And then when Tyson Fury kept taunting Joshua, said, a message to the weightlifter, I'll fight you at 25 stone. And he was doing all that. Joshua was like, he said something like, shut the fuck up, you fat fuck. And then Tyson Fury was like, oh, he did a response and he was like, it's good to see Joshua's being his true self instead of like the fake. So he was basically accusing Joshua of putting on like a front and trying to act like he's like wholesome and doesn't cuss and stuff like that, when he really has that other side to him. So to me, it just seemed like Joshua was like bent out of shape and he was out of character. I don't know how you guys took it. He just seemed like mad. Like it was, normally you see him play it more cool than that. Like even the Dominic Brazil, when they were doing the press conference or whatever, he was like, show some respect. He didn't seem mad. So to me, it seems like, I think the Wilder shit is weighing on him. Like the fan, I think it's everything. And he just like kind of snapped more. Cause like I said, even in the Brazil exchange, he stood his ground. He was like, he said, don't stand here like you're gonna do something to me. You know what I mean? That's what you Americans do, is talk. And you can see he was aggravated. But for whatever reason, the Jarrell Miller thing spilled over. And it was like, he's like in his face and like vein coming out of his neck. And he's like, shut the fuck up a little bit. He didn't do all that with Dominic Brazil. So I don't know if it's just Jarrell Miller's mouth just really got him over the deep end. I think it's that culminated or combined, coupled with the fact that he knows that he's getting bad feedback for fighting Povetkin and not fighting Wilder. That's what I truly think, because we don't really see Joshua get all riled up. You know what I mean? Joseph Parker, they made like a whole montage of Joshua being knocked down and interviews with people saying that Joshua got knocked down in sparring and stuff. So he didn't get that bent out of shape over that, but for whatever reason, everything exploded right here. So I think it's more than just what Jarrell Miller was doing. I think he felt disrespected in that, but also I think it spilled over because he knows this whole DAZN thing, the way he's been portrayed, and people saying he's ducking. I think, who would like that? Who would like going to their social media and everyone's putting ducks and chickens and fight Wilder? Why aren't you fighting Wilder? No one wants to see Povetkin fight. So I think it's kind of like adding up and taking its toll. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of DAZN as an app and the stars that were announced for it, and what you think of this altercation. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.